Yeah, at one point I wasn't really thinking about football much. I had just won like employee of the month at a grocery store, so I really wasn't thinking much about it. Honestly, I was just like, hey, I guess I told my mom at one point in time, like, I guess I'm about to be, working at the grocery store, and I played 2K a lot, so I was trying out to make it to the NBA 2K league. But yeah, for a bit of a second, the football had got a little foggy. I would definitely say.
So what got you back on the football track, Kyrie, after that?
Two of my close friends were 4 and 5 stars. And they both were D1, and like they were kind of they motivated me. I got like a little crazy story a little bit. When I first ended up leaving my first junior college, I was home for about 6 months, but I told my friends that I was still in school. And so I stayed in my house for 6 straight months and nobody knew. And it was kind of like eating away at me. And then I finally just eventually told my friends. And but like that was like that moment really told me like, man, if I was embarrassed to even tell them, like I might want to, get up and try to do it again instead of sitting here and just soaking.
The force of the crash was evident. The toll in human life, a heavy one. 3 people who were in this Dodge Charger were killed around 3:15 this morning on northbound Route 4 near Dower House Road in Upper Marlboro. According to state police, the Charger was struck by a woman driving the silver Infiniti as she tried to change lanes while traveling at a high rate of speed. The car also struck a Chevy Impala, whose lone occupant, the driver, was not injured. The preliminary investigation shows the Charger went off the road into several tree stumps and ended up on a service road adjacent to the highway. The driver was 23-year-old Isaiah Hazel of Upper Marlboro. 24-year-old Khyree Jackson of Waldorf was the front seat passenger. Both died at the scene. 24-year-old Anthony Litton, a backseat passenger, died later at a hospital. All 3 were former football players at Wise High School. Khyree Jackson was a rookie cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings.
He always had high aspirations.
His grandfather, Anthony Jackson, was among the friends and family members of the victims who came to the scene. His grandfather recalls how proud they all were of Khyree Jackson's achievements.
Doing the best that he could possibly do in life and with the family.
Jackson, Isaiah Hazel, and Anthony Litton were graduates of Henry J. Wise High School in Upper Marlboro, and all 3 were part of state championship teams.
They were still together, still hanging out, still doing some things together.
Westlake High School football coach DeLon Parrish coached all 3 of the young men when he was at Henry Wise High School. He also taught all 3 of them.
Isaiah had an infectious attitude. He was extraordinary. Everybody loved being around him. AJ, phenomenal athlete. He could do anything he wanted. Khyree, belief in himself, was incredible.
And he adds he was inspired by the 3 young men, and they'll continue to inspire others. As police began their investigation into the deadly crash, loved ones of the victims began to deal with the loss.
We're going to try to get through this as best as we possibly can.
The driver of the 3rd vehicle that was struck was uninjured. State police say the driver of the Infiniti, identified as 23-year-old Corey Klingman, and 2 passengers in her car were also uninjured. Police say alcohol may have been a factor in the crash. Derek Ward, News 4.
How you doing? This is Nathaniel Swopes of Swope Center. Today I want to talk about young Khyree Jackson, a young man who was just recently drafted by the Minnesota Vikings and able to chase his dream to play in the NFL. Unfortunately, he was recently deleted by a drunken driver driving with 3 of his friends and a young lady driving high speeds and was intoxicated. Ended up hitting his vehicle and having him drive off the road. And unfortunately, Khyree Jackson did not make it. Rest in peace to Khyree Jackson. Rest in peace to, I believe, 2 of his friends. I believe the one in the back seat is still hospitalized. And I also believe the 3rd person may be the drunken driver. I believe the young lady did not make it. So rest in peace to her as well. Just want to say to the young man that congratulations on achieving his dreams. He was a young man who started out at the JUCO level. Things didn't work out at his first JUCO. He ended up transferring. After trying to transfer, he was stuck at home for 6 months trying to find a school before he found his other school, and then ended up at Oregon University, becoming an All-American cornerback, and I believe cornerback and wide receiver, then getting drafted by the Minnesota Vikings in the 4th round. After going through the struggle, he believed that he probably wouldn't even play football. He was comfortable with working at the local grocery store and trying to become a professional playing 2K online. And just congratulations to him making his dream come true. This is unfortunate that he was deleted by a drunken driver. All I can say to that is just, a sad news that we all need to do a better job of trying not to drive intoxicated. There have been several athletes arrested for deleting other people and losing out their dreams. And we've had so many athletes killed by other drunk drivers. And even if they're not athletes, we have so many issues with people deleting themselves or deleting others because of intoxication. And just try your best to not drink and drive. If you are intoxicated, order an Uber or have one of your friends drive you. But even if you feel like you can drive and that you're just a little tipsy, you could pass out behind the wheel. A lot of times may be a little buzzed and you think that you're okay to get all the way back, but a lot of times you're not, and a lot of times you could black out. And while you're blacked out, anything can happen as far as a terrible crash, or you can pretty much pass out from intoxication. A lot of times your brain will just shut down until they get enough of the toxins out of your blood. So again, to everybody out there, please do not drink and drive, man. Order an Uber, have a friend drive you, or have a taxi. Have somebody drop you off at the next hotel. But we've lost 3 great black men and 1 great black woman because of drinking and driving. This is Nathaniel Swopes and Swope Setter signing out, and you all have a good one.